Again, my name is Kevin Beatty. I'm the Vice President of Marketing Business Development, and excited to be here. Just out of curiosity, I always like to start off. How many people have sold or have customers using MDaemon? Okay. How about SecurityGateway? Oh, okay, so a few. What we're finding is that, it's kind of like the best kept secret. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the product, just an overview, and then at the end we've got a video. So if you haven't actually seen some of the screens and things like that, it's much more effective than me standing up here and yik-yakking at you. But before we do that, one of the things that we just recently introduced here in September was this new licensing model, and I just wanted to touch base because it's relevant to all the Alt-N products right now. We made some licensing changes, so we still have the traditional perpetual licensing that's MDaemon and the products that we have there. SecurityGateway, as we've introduced the 3.0 version, is now on an annual licensing basis, and we did that because just about every security product is set up that way. In other words, security is not effective if it's not always up to date and things like that. So we've simplified that model to use it that way. And then the MDaemon private cloud that Aaron touched base on earlier is that, pay as you go per user per month licensing. We've also introduced a thing called flex licensing. So what is it? We've had a lot of customers over the years ask, why do I have to buy a particular band of licenses? I have a customer that only needs 125, but traditionally I've had to buy a 250 user license. So with the new licensing model that we were able to introduce, we've put together this flexible licensing so that way customers can pay for what they need. So if it's 125, 179, 275, whatever that number is, that's what you can pay. You can upgrade in increments as small as 5. It has to be at least 5, but it could be 5, 7, 10, 12. So that gives a lot of customers greater flexibility. The resellers that we've been sharing this with have been very excited because many of you probably have run into situations where you're trying to renew a license and a customer, even though the product is very affordable, customers just psychologically, I don't want to pay for a larger license than I need. So this solves that problem. We don't have the unlimited license out on the website anymore, just because what we found is the unlimited, really people would buy an unlimited, and I mean we ran across situations where they just needed 500, but the idea of unlimited just was appealing. So if you have a user higher than 2,500, you can work with Zen and we'll get you a quote, and you still have that availability, but it's just not out on the site anymore. And the new licensing starts with the MDaemon 14, the SecurityGateway, and the Relay Fax. You can see the versions out there. The other thing that's very important that a lot of folks really are excited about is the new licensing model just requires a single key from, I don't know if it's relevant in the UK, cradle to grave. In other words, you can start out with a key and through the trial process, and then when they go to production, you can use that same key, so there's no more switching of keys and doing all that other stuff that you had to do. We've also introduced for MDaemon, just in certain markets, they've asked for a 3-year term. That has mainly to do with like some governments and budgets and things like that. So that's now available, but again, it's not available in SecurityGateway. Okay, so now to the SecurityGateway stuff. So obviously, it's a mature market. I think we all recognize that. Spam is still very much a problem. The phishing attacks, things that are going on, this is probably nothing new to you all. But what was interesting in just trying to understand a little bit about what's happening in the UK market, this Gartner report, this protection from targeted phishing attacks, people trying to get in and inject malware, get people to go to sites where they infect their computers. I have a confession to make, as smart as I should be about being aware of that. Years ago, I got something looked very, very legitimate and clicked on it, and the IT guys were not happy with me. So it even happens to the best of us, or I don't need any hecklers back there, but they'll probably tell some stories later. So we've been on kind of like a world tour, and I don't know if any of you have met Arvel. That's the only one I had, sorry. So we were just recently at our partner in Italy at an event there, and Arvel was up speaking with the CEO of our Italian distributor, and he said this: I believe Security Gateway is the best product that we have. So take it from Arvel. It's something, if you haven't checked it out, it is actually a really strong product, and I think once you see some of this, if you haven't been familiar with it, I think you'd agree you've got some opportunities to go talk to some customers, because the beauty is they don't have to be MDaemon users. They just have to be email users. So one of the things that we talk about sometimes from a marketing perspective, how many of you are familiar with a site called Spiceworks out of the US? Okay, so a few of you, yeah. Because there's quite a following here in the UK. Well, I just ran across this just recently here. This post was October 10th. So, you know, here's somebody saying he's got a small 20 mailbox company that we're on POP, and I know everybody's always surprised when they hear people are still on POP. Doesn't want to go to Exchange Online or 365, but he was looking for a solution. And so all of a sudden, if you're familiar with Spiceworks, you see everybody's trying to pitch the product that they use, or you know, the vendors are in there. But it's a great opportunity for somebody like myself and Aaron and all of us that monitor that to try and have these conversations like Simon was talking about earlier, to just bring awareness to what's happening. So I was able to reply that, you know, we've got a lot of UK customers. There's Graham, are you here? Is Graham here? There he is. So Graham is one of the security bloggers that actually ran across the product recently and compared it to Barracuda, which he said, you know, has a higher price, but Security Gateway is more affordable, had a higher catch rate. So these are things that we can start to bring awareness to these customers to say, hey, here's an opportunity to look at a product. And it's a great way if you have customers that are concerned about the products of like, well, I've never heard of it or I'm not sure about it. Here's a great site to go to, because we have both the Security Gateway and the MDaemon reviews that are on there. And it's not us as a vendor saying, hey, this is a great product. It's the actual IT community. And it's always, I found it's a really important tool to give to customers who are, you know, maybe on the fence and not sure if they should try it. So I just wanted to show that this is, you know, here's a relevant thing. Just as early as, you know, a couple of weeks ago, people are still looking for these kind of products. Advantages, inbound and outbound. Outbound is probably as, if not more important for a lot of businesses, because they may have a particular department that they don't want to send like Excel files or documents, PDFs. So the product has some filtering tools in there that you can say, you know, don't allow these particular groups to send attachments of this type, that sort of thing. Like all Alt-End products, the simplicity factor is in there from the administration standpoint. For those of you that are not familiar, the real genesis of this product came when we discovered that a lot of customers we speak with were thinking, oh great, they're MDaemon users. Well, they were really Exchange users that were putting MDaemon in front of Exchange to filter out all the junk. And we were like, wait a second, you know, let's build a product that really does that and has more of the reporting features and things like that in there. So you've got all of those elements. There's a thing we call defense layer customization, which is really the ability to prioritize the order of operations that the software will go through. So, for example, if you think that maybe just, you know, looking at a couple little features, you know, blacklist, whitelist, whatever is going to catch 90% of your spam and stuff coming through, you can adjust those order of operations, and the video will kind of show you a little bit about how that works. The product's been on the market for quite some time, in fact back to 2008, but it's gone through this history of where we did a lot with it to begin with, and then we had this time of what we like to refer to at Alton as the BlackBerry experience, where we were acquired by BlackBerry and kind of our priorities got shifted around, and then we recently bought the company back, and so now we're able to go back and focus on the products like we did before. So we relaunched the product. We took a lot of feedback from the existing groups that were selling it and customers, and we relaunched it in May. One of the things that we changed is it no longer requires a plug-in. Like, for example, MDaemon requires that additional layer of Security Plus to provide some outbreak protection and antivirus. The Security Gateway has that in it now, so there's no longer the need to put that additional layer in there. We used this product to launch the new subscription pricing and the new licensing, flex licensing program, so that way we knew everything was baked and it worked well, and then launched it with the other products in September. And probably the most important thing is we revisited the pricing. Usually on a lot of the higher license sizes we were very competitive, but maybe on the lower side we weren't. So I would challenge anybody to take a look at the pricing, go out there and compare it to the other big players that are out in the market, whether it's GFI. I spoke with somebody that was surprised that people were still using Barracuda in this market, but we see it all over. Barracuda is still a big brand. But you know, the ones that are focused in on the SME market, particularly the GFI brand, and I'm sorry if you sell GFI, but I put this product up with that any day, both from a pricing and performance standpoint and ease of use, and show it to your customers and see what they think. A little pitch here for Graham. So here's the review he did, and you know, the good was that it's simple to set up. The bad is that it's complex if you're not used to the simplicity of it, but that's like with a lot of our products. We make it simple and easy for the non-technical person to use, but it has that element of complexity and customization if you want to do that. So it's, you know, for some it could be a dual-edged sword, but you know, from our perspective, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The thing that matters the most is, does it do what it says it will do, which is catch all the bad stuff and do it at an effective price. So from my perspective, what I would encourage you to do as resellers from a targeted perspective is, you know, I was looking at some additional feedback on, you know, what's happening with the SME market. These are themes that we see all over the world when we're dealing with different customers. But I think we all know that, you know, small, medium enterprise, they're frugal, they're trying to do what they can. So, you know, from a pricing perspective, we've got a very competitive product. They want something easy to use that's simple, that fits the bill for it. I would suggest, rather than, you know, go out and try and shotgun, target Barracuda GFI customers. I see it all the time on the Spiceworks board, things like that, where people are they're just satisfied with their product, and our challenge is just matching them to something that will work, because they're ready to switch. It's just they don't know what to do. There's, as Simon said earlier, there's lots of noise out there, so you know, try and take a more focused approach. What I mean by, you know, not limited by exchange alternative, the beauty of this product is, like I said, it's open to talking to any customer that's using any mail server that's not happy with what they have. And one of the things that, in talking to customers about the Security Gateway product, is one of the real great features that a lot of them report back is the quarantine reports that are sent out. It gives their users the ability to self-serve what's happening with messages that might go into quarantine, and they can release or send to a blacklist right from an email and right from their own console. I spoke to one IT administrator, and he was taking upwards of 3 hours a day where he had to go in and check people's email logs because they, you know, it's like, I just didn't get a message, find it for me. And so little things like that really made a big difference to him and to his ability to work throughout the day and have greater efficiencies. And then, like everything else, what's important to us is, you know, we look at partners. We've been doing business with Zen for many, many years, and really Zen in our opinion, is like an extension of us. We're a extended family. We've worked with them a number of years. They know the product as well as many of our folks do. And so it's important to get that feedback from you of like what's missing, what's needed, if it's whatever issue it is. What's most important to us as we go throughout these different, speaking engagements and these type of events is really to listen and to get your feedback. So that's so very important to us, is to give us that feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. We want to hear from you on that. So rather than go through and talk about all the different things and stuff, what we found is most effective is just a brief overview video of what the product does, what the screens look like, what some of the reporting looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and have them play this right now, and we have this available. So
SMTP email
take a
servers
look.
Combines over 12 years of trusted email security expertise into a simple, powerful, and accurate edge roll security application. With simple and easy-to-use features, IT administrators can analyze and manage the inbound and outbound email traffic of their organization. Behind SecurityGateway is an innovative, reliable, multi-threaded application built on an embedded high-performance database. This design provides fast data transactions and swift email throughput, allowing SMTP email servers to operate more efficiently to deliver legitimate email to users. SecurityGateway's web-based interface is compatible with many of today's widely used browsers. Using AJAX web development techniques, scripts are preloaded to deliver performance that rivals desktop applications. And because it is designed using the powerful Civ email filtering language, SecurityGateway offers unsurpassed performance and flexibility in managing inbound and outbound email traffic. Options for automatic domain and user creation allow for nearly hands-free maintenance of domains and users. SecurityGateway supports 4 types of user verification sources, along with the option to manually define and manage users and domains. The ability to automatically validate in order to add users and create domains allows greater flexibility and simplifies administration. The database and server configuration, backup, and restore options allow scheduled, automated backups of the live database to prevent third-party backup and restoration software from causing issues. SecurityGateway provides superior feature control to global and domain administrators as well as to users themselves. Options allow per-user whitelists and blacklists and access to personalized message logs and quarantine settings, making email administration easy and adaptable. Users can receive personal quarantine summaries from SecurityGateway directly to their inboxes. Options are available to release or block a quarantine message or whitelist the sender right from the email summary itself. Links are also provided to allow users to log into SecurityGateway's interface to access their personalized message logs and individual settings. This unique ability alleviates the burden on administrators by allowing end users access to their own quarantine and logs to review possible causes for undelivered email messages. SecurityGateway features defense layer customization. This layered approach to security gives global administrators the flexibility to prioritize the order of operations of SecurityGateway's multiple security features. Simple up and down arrows within the interface enable an administrator to change the order in which a specific security rule is processed when analyzing incoming or outgoing email traffic. The anti-spam, antivirus, anti-spoofing, and anti-abuse operations, in addition to any custom Civ filters, can all be reprioritized. This ability can result in faster processing of email by allowing the rejection or quarantine of messages at the earliest point during processing. The Civ filter features can also be used to address data leak prevention by flagging email that may contain sensitive company data in formats such as spreadsheets, documents, and PDFs. Another unique feature found in SecurityGateway is its reporting options. Reports are designed to help administrators quickly and easily understand and analyze email traffic and performance. This comprehensive reporting provides at-a-glance identification of trends and potential issues, and also helps identify troublesome senders and delivery areas that can be addressed to further improve server performance. The easy-to-use point-and-click drill-down functionality allows administrators to quickly and easily analyze a potential problem. Common SMTP commands and responses and message transcripts are color-coded for easy investigation and identification of message actions. In addition to its easy analysis capability, SecurityGateway incorporates a robust search tool, allowing reports to be customized in order to show only a desired dataset. Alt-In Technologies combines more than 12 years of trusted email security expertise into SecurityGateway to make protecting and managing any email server simple, powerful, and accurate. If you are looking for a product that will block the maximum amount of spam and improve the delivery of legitimate email to your users with fewer false positives, and that will manage outbound traffic for data leak protection, compare SecurityGateway to your current solution. See for yourself. Put it to the test by downloading your free 30-day evaluation today.
So that's basically it. I hope you learned something new. Does anybody have any questions maybe? And also, just so you know, Aaron's got both SecurityGateway and MDaemon on his laptop in the little hall there. So if you have some specific questions or you want to see specific features or how it works, we can do that as well.